In 2017, CNN exposed a shocking reality: people being sold in slave auctions in Libya. I mean, men and women treated as commodities, being sold for as little as $400. This is crazy.
Just take us home.
Libya has been a transit point for migrants, and it has also become a hub for human trafficking, where armed groups and smugglers exploit the chaos, capturing migrants and selling them into forced labor and sexual exploitation. Now the question is, how do these migrants find themselves in this ugly situation? From the heart of Nigeria and other African countries to the coast of Libya, thousands of people embark on this perilous journey only to find themselves in this new form of bondage. People don't think they can survive. People just want to be in pastures. People just want to live where they are because they can barely feed, and then they are promised a better life somewhere else in some other country through a short route instead of flying, because flying from one African country to another African country, or flying from an African country to a Western country or to Europe, is actually expensive. So they think there's a cheaper alternative, and then they now find out that, oh, it's actually not cheaper. They're actually being sold as slaves. A lot of people also die in that Sahara Desert. There are stories and stories of people who have taken the Sahara Desert and they die on the way, and their bodies are not found.
The bodies were discovered by a truck driver traveling through the desert and were recovered on Tuesday.
In 2016, a woman named Mrs. Bankole was arrested by the NAPTI of Nigeria for trafficking over 100 girls to Libya for prostitution. Also in 2023, a 56-year-old carpenter and trader were arrested in Ondo State for trafficking a 15-year-old girl and two others to Libya. In 2021, on the 3rd day of August, NAPTIP, in collaboration with the DSS and the Civil Defense Corps, led an operation to rescue 13 victims who were unbound to being trafficked to Libya by Nuruddin Sani. The international community has reacted with outrage, but this doesn't solve the problem. The United Nations and the African Union have called for intervention, but the truth is that if there's no demand, there's actually no supply. So for there to be supply, some people are actually demanding for it. That means there's a market for slaves. And as long as there's a market for slavery, people will continue to be sold as slaves. Some migrants actually do return home, but it doesn't end there. They come back with so much tears, so much depression. I mean, they come back with a lot of trauma. But at the end, the struggle is still there. Some people are still preparing somehow to still travel through the Sahara Desert. How can they actually stop this? The truth is that the slave market is very lucrative. Some people are making thousands and millions of dollars from the same slave market. So how do we stop this? Well, basically, fix your countries. African leaders, fix your countries and fix your borders. If your borders actually work and your country and your economy actually works, people will not be looking for a way to escape. It just feels basically like an escape. If you want to know about Africa or what's happening in Africa's politics, subscribe.